25 delegates representing 14 African nations were invited to Murdoch University in Western Australia to attend a 4-week training event on mine closure. The event was sponsored by the Australia Awards African Fellowship in conjunction with Murdoch University. Delegates participated in best practice mine closure planning and management training covering government regulations and compliance, leadership development and communications. They also had the opportunity to experience hands-on media training. They then travelled to mine sites across the state to see in practice just how the mining industry is implementing long-term rehabilitation strategies in Western Australia.
Certainly, I believe they learnt a fair bit about the importance of topsoil and the way that we manage topsoil on site. We don't stockpile topsoil, we do direct transfer. Certainly they looked at how they may be able to utilise some of the practices back in their own countries and certainly opened some conversation around those points. So what we did, we initially walked down through a time warp in terms of where we started in 1991 with our restoration through to about 1995 where we had Botanic Gardens and Parks Authority. We then moved from here at this particular site to our operations and we saw what was effectively year 0 rehabilitation, year 1 rehabilitation through to year 10 potentially, and saw the techniques that we're utilising to get the best outcomes at this point in time.
I'm here to learn about how to sustainably manage the mine closure operations. Why? Because mining issues have been developed in our country, and we need to understand well what is mining operation, what mining operation means for us, what closure operation means also for us. Mining issues is a serious concern for us because we don't understand the outcome of that activities, and for us it's just making profit for mining companies. But now we have to deal with the closure operation because we need them to be very sustained, to be done in a sustainable manner, and we also want to understand how we can plan this operation and how we can help communities surrounding the mining site to be involved in that operation. That was the main reason for my presence here. Okay, what I've learned here is that mining site remediation is possible. We can remediate sites, but we need several trials and we also need time. And we need also to explain to all the stakeholders how we'll proceed to restore the environment. We'll not get the environment at the initial stage, but what we can do is that we can have the same services as we had in the initial state. That is possible, that is feasible, and we can try to implement it in our countries. We need to explain it in a better manner, and so that will be easy for the communities and even for the government to engage on mining activities.
During the final week, delegates travelled by public transport to the Perth CBD. Here they spent some time taking in the city
and open space, and now the idea was to make the harbour and bring the ferries in and bring boats in and bring the city.
Before meeting with representatives from the Australia Africa Minerals and Energy Group, the peak body representing Australian mining companies engaged in the development of Africa's resources industry.
I think it's absolutely imperative in any learning situation to hear from the industry and to hear from people on the ground. And one of the key messages that came out for me today was saying, let's learn from our mistakes. So none of us know what's right, but together we can actually talk and make a difference and learn from what we've done in the past. I think the relationship between Australia and Africa is very important. As I said before, Africa is our closest neighbour and we ignore Africa at our peril. It's 54 countries, a burgeoning middle class, the jewel box of the world. I think 30% or roughly 30% of the world's natural resources are in Africa. There's lots of opportunity for Australia to benefit from a relationship with Africa, but also Africa to benefit from a relationship with Australia.